Well, hello there, my dear friends. Welcome to my cozy little corner of the internet, where stories come to life and imagination takes flight. My name is Grandpa Joe, and this is the Little Story Barn, and I'm here to share magical, heartwarming, and exciting stories with you and your little ones. Every story I tell is filled with adventure, kindness, and valuable life lessons, the kind of tales that make you laugh, dream, and maybe even learn something new. So grab a warm blanket, snuggle up, and let's go on an adventure together, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new story. Now, are you ready? Let's begin. The Snowman's Secret. A story about friendship and letting go. Tommy loved winter. As soon as the first snowflake touched the ground, he ran outside, bundled in his warmest coat and boots. He loved making snow angels, sledding down the biggest hill, and, most of all, building snowmen. One day, after the heaviest snowfall of the year, Tommy had an idea. "I'm going to build the biggest, best, happiest snowman ever," he declared. He packed the snow into giant snowballs, rolling them through his yard until they grew as big as boulders. He stacked them carefully, 1, 2, 3, and patted them down so they wouldn't fall. For the snowman's face, Tommy used coal for eyes, a carrot for a nose, and twigs for arms. But something was missing. A scarf. Tommy ran inside and grabbed an old checkered scarf from his closet. He wrapped it snugly around the snowman's neck. "There, now you're perfect." He stepped back and smiled. "I'll call you Mr. Jolly." From that day on, Tommy and Mr. Jolly were inseparable. Every morning before school, Tommy would say, "Good morning, Mr. Jolly." And after school, he'd rush outside to tell Mr. Jolly about his day. They played together, told jokes, and Tommy even made up snowball games just for the two of them. "If you had hands, I bet you'd be the best snowball thrower in the world," Tommy giggled. It was the best winter of Tommy's life. But as the days passed, the snow stopped falling. The sun began shining a little warmer each afternoon. And something terrible started happening. One morning, Tommy noticed a small puddle near Mr. Jolly's base. The snowman's once round shape was getting a little smaller. Tommy frowned. "Don't worry, Mr. Jolly. It's probably just a little warm today. You'll be fine." But each day the puddle grew bigger. Mr. Jolly's twigs drooped, his coal eyes sank deeper, and his carrot nose looked wobbly. "No, no, no," Tommy cried. "You can't melt. You're my best friend." But Mr. Jolly said nothing. He only stood quietly as the sun shined brighter and warmer each day. One afternoon, as Tommy sat next to Mr. Jolly, feeling helpless, a gust of wind blew past, lifting the old checkered scarf from the snowman's shoulders. Tommy grabbed it quickly before it could blow away, but as he held it in his hands, he saw something strange. Tucked inside the folds of the scarf was a small crinkled note. With wide eyes, Tommy opened it. The words were written in neat, swirling letters. "I may be gone, but I'll always be in your heart." Tommy gasped. "Mr. Jolly, you left me a message?" He clutched the note tightly and looked up at his snowman. Mr. Jolly's smile seemed wider than before, almost as if he was saying, "I'll always be with you." That night, Tommy went inside and placed the scarf and the note in a special box under his bed. The next morning, Mr. Jolly was gone. Only a small pile of snow remained, along with the carrot nose and twigs where he had once stood. Tommy felt a little sad, but he also felt something else. Warmth, not from the sun, but from inside his heart. He knew now that friendships don't melt away. Even if Mr. Jolly wasn't standing in the yard any more, he would always be with Tommy, in his memories, his laughter, and the magic of winter. And when the next snowfall came, Tommy smiled and said, "See you soon, Mr. Jolly."